Okay, so I know that it's a little late, but I'd rather have a video of the garden at this stage than not have one at all. So this bed's really taken off. We have sunflowers now. No poppies, so I don't think I did those right. I have sunflowers all along, whoops, the back row, or the front row, I should say. This lettuce is really exploding this week. The carrots and spinach are also doing really well this week. Gotten pretty big. I'm probably gonna have to thin them. We have quite a few more asparagus this week. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 asparagus this week. It's exciting. We only have one more here that needs to come up of that variety. The outsides, we still need quite a few more. We need 3 more purple passions to come up, and then this is Jersey Night, and nothing has come up from Jersey Night, so not a great sign. Onions are doing the same as always, maybe a little bit bigger right there in the middle, but they seem to be about the same. The broccoli, big. I'm sure that's getting bigger. I can't quite tell, but I'm sure it's bigger. I planted more beans, and hopefully they will come up soon to catch up with the rest of these. I need to weed everything again. I also planted all of my tomatoes. So here we go. Covered in dew this morning, awfully lovely. They look healthier than I thought they would, so that makes me happy. I wasn't sure how these were gonna do. Some of these down here aren't the happiest, but hopefully they just don't die. These are the store-bought ones. And now they're touching. It's crazy. I don't remember which one I was measuring with my hand. I think it was that one right there, but let's see. There's that for reference, and then I think this is the one I was doing my hand with. Look at that. And we have our first tomato. I don't know if that one's even gonna produce anything this year. So a couple more store-bought. Oh, I just walked right through a spider web. That was not fun. Ugh. Okay. Let's get rid of that. These are all looking good. Yeah, that's the Napa. I don't think it's gonna do so great. Both of them look pretty bad. But at least they're not all completely burnt and fallen over dead. So I'll take it. Here's a rough little section. Another Napa Brandywine. Hopefully those will do okay in a little bit. That blue creamberry's not looking so great either, but I do have, I think, like 4 other ones planted in here. So I'm really pleased with how good these look, since these are the ones I started in the house. That one's being eaten alive by something, even though I've sprayed everything. Okay. Another spider web. Now let's go look at our melons. I need to go ahead and choose one and thin it, I think. I think that will help a lot. Now that I know they're not all gonna die. Still didn't plant that one. Okay, some more. Which we have harvested 4 times, I think, radishes, and it looks like there's more in there that could get picked today. Maybe I should just do that. I mean, it's a little guy, but I'd rather get these out instead of it taking up space in here. They're also getting pretty peppery, which I do not care for. Brett doesn't mind it, but not me. I'd like this just to be our cucumbers again. That one's looking better this week. That's why I've got to take all these pictures, because I honestly can't tell. They don't look like they're doing good until I go back and look at last week's video, and then I'm like, oh no, it's doing well. Like this one looks so puny, but I look at last week's video, it only had 3 leaves. Okay. The peppers, we'll go check on those. I mean, that one is just, I've sprayed it over and over. I think that's from where it got eaten before and being out in the sun, and it's just made it peel back. There are carrots in this row. Nothing really to look at though. Did plant an eggplant where, right there. Radishes, which we'll see what happens there, and squash, which I've thinned this week, and it's looking way better. I mean, look at this guy compared to last week. He's huge. Look at some other ones. I mean, they're really coming on. The ones that I transplanted out here aren't quite as strong, but I mean, they don't look bad. So let's just take a look at the garden from over here. At least there's green out here now. But this week I have something else to show. We decided this wasn't enough garden. So we made another one, double the size of the other. Oh my goodness, what are we in for? Nothing really to look at this week. I will tell you where I think everything's going. This is gonna be noodle beans, red ones on this side for a little bit. I already have the green ones here. Then the rest of this will be tomatoes. Some of this will be cucumbers, and I don't know what will be at the end. This one is planted with all dry beans, several varieties. This one starts out with snap beans, green beans in the middle, and then down there are the cowpeas or the shelling peas or beans, whatever, shelling beans. This row, you see we have a huge growing space out in that walkway. Squash and melons, tons of it. So that should be able to go out. Back there in that wider area, first is okra and then the second half is corn. And last row is all potatoes. So that is a doozy of a garden.